In January, there was anger among Conservative MPs.
They didn't think the rules applied to number 10.
Some questioned if the Prime Minister could survive.
In the name of God, go.
But then, the mood changed, with the war in Ukraine and delays.
We need to see the outcome of the Sue Gray report.
We must wait for the outcome of the inquiry.
When Sue Gray's report finally landed today, there were some pointed questions from Boris Johnson's own side.
Can he think of any other Prime Minister who'd have allowed such a culture of indiscipline to take place under their watch? And if it did, would they not have resigned?
But outside the chamber, cabinet ministers and MPs were lining up to offer their support.
I'm not trying to defend the indefensible. There was lots of indefensible stuff. What matters, I think, and I hope as a former employer, is that when you uncover these things, you have the wherewithal and the leadership to put them right and to take responsibility.
He's not responsible for every individual action of every individual employee there. And there was clearly a lot going on that he didn't know about at the time.
What he said was that he was not in full possession of the facts at the time and at most inadvertently misled the House. That's very different from a deliberate lie.
So we don't expect the Prime Minister to resign for attending events like this one, and nor will the other man in the photograph, Cabinet Secretary Simon Case. In a letter seen by ITV News, he wrote to colleagues to say, "We have taken responsibility for addressing the issues raised in Sue's report. We must remain fully focused on serving the government and the people of the United Kingdom." This evening, the Prime Minister addressed his backbench MPs upstairs. He told them he'd got this wrong, that the worst offenders had left the building, and that he had personally apologised to cleaning staff in number 10. We're told that the reaction was largely positive, with a close ally of his telling me earlier that they didn't think there would be anywhere near enough letters to trigger a confidence vote. But others asked if they were being complacent. After all, many MPs didn't say anything at all today, avoiding the cameras, hiding away. There were claims of at least one new letter of no confidence, which rebels say are mounting up. And this evening, Tory MP Julian Sturdy tweeted, "I feel it is now in the public interest for the Prime Minister to resign." One previous critic said he'd back the PM for now, but warned this wasn't quite over.
I'd like to trust a Conservative leader and Conservative Prime Minister, and I do on big issues such as Ukraine, but there are serious questions here, and I don't think this is a line in the sand that the Prime Minister and others believe it to be, because we now have the Privileges Committee looking at the allegation that he has deliberately misled Parliament.
Tonight, senior Conservative MPs were attending a perfectly legal drinks party. One former minister summed up the mood.
The Prime Minister's made his apology, and I think it's really important that we move on to all the important matters.
Tomorrow, they'll try with a financial package to tackle the cost of living crisis. Anushka Astana, News at 10.